Hello, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Maurice, sports historian, back again with another video. And today, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail and the jersey that I got on, we're gonna be talking about my Chicago Bulls and the season expectations that I have as a Bulls fan coming up for this 2024 season. We didn't start off last season very well at all. Actually, by December, I was pretty much ready to blow everything up and trade everybody off my team. And then we started to pick it up towards the end of the season. We made it to into the play-in, and unfortunately, we lost to the Miami Heat in the final play-in game to secure a playoff spot. And we all know what the Heat did with their playoff spot. So right now, I'm going to be discussing some of the things that I want to happen for this Bulls organization, this Bulls team next season, and we got a few points here, and I'm gonna start off with Zach LaVine, the jersey that I got on, Zach LaVine. Some of the things that I want to see from Zach LaVine, I want to see Zach LaVine be the undisputed number one option. For the past few seasons that we've had DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, Billy Donovan has insisted on doing this sort of 1A, 1B thing where DeMar DeRozan is the 1A and Zach LaVine is the 1B, and that sometimes they kind of trade, but the bulk of the shots go to DeRozan. I don't want to see that anymore. I want to see Zach LaVine getting the bulk of the shots. I want to see him taking more clutch shots because it seems like he doesn't take any at all. I don't know what the plays are being drawn up, but it seems like whenever we're down, no matter if we're down 3, if we're down 2, if we're down 1, the ball goes into DeMar DeRozan's hands and he takes a wildly contested shot. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. I don't want to see that though. I want to see Zach LaVine be the undisputed number one option for this team because going forward, I think that is the best plan of action for our future. Also regarding Zach LaVine, I want to see a fully healthy season. We had a pretty healthy season last season with Zach LaVine, but there were some reports that came out that he was dealing with hand issues again. So we got a full off season of rest, a full off season of training, all of that. There's been no reports of Zach LaVine having any sort of discomfort, whether that be with his knee or with his hand, with his shooting hand, anything like that. So we're going into next season fully healthy and ready to go to start the season off. And then finally from Zach LaVine, I want to see more leadership qualities. I want to see him lead this team, not only offensively, not only on the court, but I want to see him being, more vocal during the timeouts because that's something that we don't really see from Zach LaVine. The vocal leader on this team, if we have one, I couldn't identify it. Well, we had one, and it was Patrick Beverly when he, got here. But unfortunately, he's not on his team anymore. So I want to see Zach LaVine step up in that role as a vocal leader for this team, not only on the court but off the court, in timeouts, all of that. I want to see Zach LaVine. If we're committed to Zach LaVine as the future of this franchise, I want to see him take those steps to become the future because I'm tired of us just standing around in the middle of no man's land and we just coasting by season by season. I want us to actually take steps in order to get better as an organization, in order to get better as a team. And that starts with Zach LaVine. It starts at the head and it goes down to the body. And Zach LaVine is the head of this team. These next two guys, I'm going to combine into one, not because they have similar roles, but because they fill similar positions for this team as young guys with a lot of upside. And that's Coby White and Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams, I want to see another defensive jump. He was an ace for us defensively last season, probably our best defender outside of Alex Caruso, who had a first-team all-defense season, by the way. But if everything progresses for Patrick Williams the way things have been, I would not count out a potential all-defensive selection in his future, maybe next season. So hopefully that's something that we can see, as well as, more offensive growth. I want to see him with the ball in his hands just a little bit more because good things happened when he had the ball in his hands. He shot like 42% from 3, which is good because we didn't have a lot of shooters on this team last year. So getting him the ball more, helping him find that offensive game because he has it. And when he shows off his offensive game, like his mid-range, he has a very good mid-range, and he's also a good three-point shooter as well. So I want to see us capitalize off of that, build off of the strengths that are already there, and also try to shore up some of the weaknesses that Patrick Williams has on his offensive side of the ball. Moving on to Coby White, similar thing. He's going to be coming off the bench for us. I was very, very happy that we, signed an extension for him because Coby White, his progression through the last 2 seasons specifically has been great. He was a little shaky when he came off of that injury. I believe it was 2 seasons ago. And then after that, he's been probably one of the more consistent players for us. You talk about that play-in game. He was on fire in that play-in game, and then Billy Donovan, for whatever reason, decided to take him out, and that was when we, had basically lost the game. But Kobe White, potential six man of the year campaign, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Definitely like where Kobe White is progressing, not only as just a scorer, because his efficiency numbers have taken a slight jump, and also the playmaking role that he fills for this team. There's also room for growth there. So Kobe White and Patrick Williams, the sky is the limit for both of them. In the future, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 6-man of the year campaign from Kobe and a all defensive bid for Patrick Williams. Moving on, I'm also going to combine these two for similar reasons, DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic. As much as it pains me to say, I do not think that we should extend DeMar DeRozan. I think we should look at our options, trading him via by the trade deadline. It's been a nice experiment. No, it's not been nice, but it's been an experiment having DeMar DeRozan here in Chicago, and I can't discredit everything that he's done for this Bulls team, in his short tenure here, whether that be, leading us back to the playoffs, securing our first playoff win since I believe, 2017 was the last time we had a playoff win. He dropped 40 in that playoff win. The early MVP campaign that, he had going for him when the Bulls were the 1 seed. Just being the Iron Man when everybody was out with COVID and everybody was out with injury. I don't want to understate everything that DeMar DeRozan has meant to Bulls fans and this Bulls team, but unfortunately, I don't think going forward it makes very much sense to keep him alongside a Zach LaVine. The experiment just hasn't worked, unfortunately. Part of that you can blame on Lonzo Ball not being here, but he's just not here, so you can't really take that into account. I would like for us to potentially find a suitor by the trade deadline. Then if not, potential sign and trade might be able to happen, because DeMar DeRozan still has legs on his career, and he can definitely find a home where he'll be his services will definitely be useful. Speaking of DeRozan and some of the things that he's done this season, I would like to see the ball in his hands a little bit less. It felt like in the season prior and even a little bit before that he was just so much of a ball stopper, and the ball stuck to his hands a lot. I appreciated the scoring that he was doing, but some of the shots that he took, it's a slippery slope when you're taking some of these contested shots like DeMar DeRozan is taking, because you get to your spot and it's a contested shot and it's a 50-50 chance, quite literally, because I think he was shooting 50% on like his mid-range pull-ups. It was a 50% chance if he was going to make the shot or he was going to miss the shot, and it was going to be a rebound the other way. So I want to see the ball in DeRozan's hands. Less obviously that going to the bulk of his touches going to Zach LaVine, as well as Patrick Williams and Kobe White. I would like to see have increased offensive roles this season. Same thing with Nikola Vucevic. Now, we actually extended Nikola Vucevic to a pretty team-friendly contract. I think he's only making $20 million a year for 3 years. So that's a very movable contract. Also one that I would like to see potentially move during the trade deadline, but if not, that's definitely a contract that can be moved during the offseason. Moving on to some of my general thoughts. The starting lineup has been a topic of discussion for whatever reason. We had Patrick Beverley, Alex Caruso, and Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan starting at one point for us, and that was just no good. I don't know why Patrick Williams was taken out of the starting lineup, especially when he had such a good season last season, but that was what it was. This season, I want our starting lineup to be as follows: Javon Carter at the 1, Zach LaVine at the 2, DeMar DeRozan at the 3, Patrick Williams at the 4, and Nikola Vucevic at the 5, with Kobe White coming off the bench as our 6th man. I feel like this is the very obvious choice for the lineup, and I would be very, very upset if Billy Donovan chose to once again forego starting Patrick Williams. Speaking of Billy Donovan, I don't want him as the coach of my team anymore. I'm sorry, but he's just not a very... I had hope when we had announced that we signed Billy Donovan because, it was a veteran coach, someone who in the past had success coaching up younger teams. And then I realized, oh, this is probably why Billy Donovan, wasn't a head coach for some time. Because he's just not a good head coach. Offensively, I don't really know what his game plan is. And defensively, to his credit, we have been, we've been an up and down defensive team, but for last season at least, we were a pretty damn good defensive team off the backs of Patrick Williams and Patrick Beverly and Alex Caruso, all of those guys. But yeah, I don't really want to see Billy Donovan as the coach of my team anymore. I'm sorry, it's just. Yeah, I don't like Billy Donovan coaching this team. Some more things. I want to see more Drummond minutes. This is, again, it goes back to Billy Donovan coaching. I don't really know why we just took Andre Drummond's minutes towards the end of the season. I felt like he was a great piece for us, a great backup big that we needed, and he just ceased seeing the floor. So I don't get what's up with that, but I definitely want to see Andre Drummond on the floor more. Speaking of more players I want to see on the floor more, utilize our young talent. Please. It goes back to the Patrick Williams point. I don't know why he wasn't starting over Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly could have easily came off the bench. And if you wanted to have Alex Caruso even come off the bench, we had some success with that in previous lineups. Dalen Terry, we drafted him just for him to get no playing time. We have this thing where we draft our young talent and then we just don't play him. I don't really get it. I don't get how we expect our young talent to develop if they don't see any time on the court besides garbage time, but that's just me. I would like to see us utilize some of our young talent, even if it's sparingly in minutes. Getting those reps up on the court is always a good thing. So, yeah. As for my projections as to where the Bulls will be, I'm hopeful for a 6 through a 9 seed. 6 being if everything goes right. I could see us snatching up a 6 seed and making it to the playoffs. Hopefully, winning a home playoff game. And then 7, 8, 9, I feel like is more realistic. We'll be fighting for a play-in spot. Hopefully, if we do end up fighting for a play-in spot, we don't have to play 2 play-in games, and we can be in that 7 or that 8 seed to just secure our playoff spot with just 1 victory. But yeah, 6 through a 9 seed is where I'm projecting the Bulls to end up. I've seen a bunch of people saying like we're going to be a 13 seed, and I think that's just a little disingenuous because we weren't, even though we were bad, we were never that bad. Well, actually, I think we were that bad. We just we had we ended off the season strong, is what I'll say. But that's it for the video. Basically, those are my thoughts as a Bulls fan. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think that the Bulls are going to be fucking terrible, or if you guys think that we're going to be great, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.